All right. Welcome. Take it away.
Episode 2. Welcome to episode 2 of the BachLore Podcast. I am Josiah, that's Quinn. And
That it is.
We are going to be reviewing...
This episode, we will be going over... This is our first official episode, where we'll be going over the intro episode to Jenn's season of The Bachelorette, season 21.
Wow. If you're behind on who Jenn is and all the other stuff who we are, you can go back and watch episode 1 to get fully caught up. Or if you just don't want to hear that much rambling and already know what's up, welcome.
Or if you're like Dayway and you want a quick way to recap the episode without watching it on 1.5 times speed, that works as well.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, this obviously contains spoilers, so you have been warned.
Yes, obvious spoilers, yes.
Yeah.
And
what else?
I think that's it for the intro. Now we'll
I do want to go over my intro that I wrote.
Oh, of course.
So
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll do that real quick. So, inspired by our good friend Willie and his love for Lost Tapes, I figured we could do a Lost Tape style intro. So, here it goes. Imagine, if you haven't seen the Lost Tapes intro, go look it up, and just imagine the music and some crazy sequences of contestants being wild while I say this. All right. There are contestants science refuses to recognize, but new edits make us question what is real. Enter a realm where reality meets TV, fantasy meets sweets, where heartbreaks come to life. Will you accept this rose? Welcome to the BachLore Podcast.
Wow, that is so good. Where fantasy meets sweets. That was awesome.
I'll make it real one day.
Homes where towns meet homes.
Yeah,
homes meet towns.
It with all the crazy.
That's so funny.
Where homes meet towns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right, well, as always,
let's go on to desserts. I'm starting to cook.
As always, we have our dessert segment. So Quinn, what do you have for us this evening?
All right. Well, if you didn't know, it's been a little hot out. Yesterday was 1011. And today is 106 here in H-Town. So today I have some homemade strawberry ice cream.
Wow.
Check this out. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Made this a day or two ago. And, yeah, we used strawberries from Winchester. And put it in one of those. We have one of those, like, cold pack ice cream makers where you have to put it in the freezer, pull it out.
Oh, interesting.
Pour your ice cream mix in.
Nice.
So anyways, there's my dessert.
Wow, cheers.
Yeah, Josiah, what have you brought today?
It is, little. I did say it was melting, so my thing is kind of melting too. It is not ice cream though.
It's chocolate.
So there's this one place called well, actually, we're not plugging them in, so I won't say. But there's this one place that makes big cookies.
We're not getting paid yet.
We're not getting paid, so I won't say their name.
We'll be in talks with them after.
Yeah, they make big cookies,
episode.
And they do every week. They like switch up the menu and stuff. Anyway, so I saw what they had, and it inspired me, and I made a giant cookie. Well, there's a lot of them, but it's like cheesecake frosting because they like a cheese. So it's a giant cheesecake.
Oh yeah.
So it is kind of melting a little bit. See, but
I see. It almost looks like it's struggling to stay on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it looks
barely
delicious.
hanging on.
Awesome. Oh, gotta eat that giant blob. All right, well, cheers. Welcome. Oh yeah. Oh, that hit the spot. Oh.
Nice.
Let's get into it. So our plan is just to go through the episode chronologically
Mm-hmm.
with unlimited side tangents.
Mm. All
All
right.
right, so Josiah, what was your first reaction? It's the first thing you remember thinking.
I remember thinking, I was like, damn, dude, the Bachelor Mansion got upgraded. But it's
Upgraded.
not the new. That's not like the new Bachelor Mansion, right? They just used it like a one night.
That's what it sounded like. Oh, and then they left too.
Yeah, they're all. I guess
They're already leaving.
We're already jumping. We're in
Yeah, we're
chronological order.
I think that's just
But-
you're just gonna have to follow us. So one thing that was funny is Jenn said, she said, "Oh, what a great place to have my love story." Oh, we're leaving. Like the very next scene. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
True. Yeah, because at first, I thought that was like gonna be the new Bachelor Mansion. I was like, bro, this place looks sick. Man, Jen, they upgraded for you. And then, and then they're like, oh, we're out of here. We're going to Australia right away.
Yeah.
Because, I was trying to think. I was like, has there ever been a time where they left so early? And probably not, because this may be the first time where they weren't at the mansion and it wasn't COVID, right?
Yeah.
Weren't at the mansion and they actually could travel.
Totally. Yeah, and they're like, we aren't paying the lease on this sucker.
Yeah, so they're just
Getting out of here.
So yeah, that was wild. I was shocked.
Yeah. Was any part of you sad about them losing, or I forget the drama, but they aren't at the classic mansion.
I know. I feel like, at first I was hyped to see this like new thing, but I felt like as like the intros are coming, I miss like people rolling down those like kind of cobbly stone,
the flower beds, and they kind of walk back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of missed it.
Totally.
So
think of all we were saying this earlier, but think of all the tears in those stairs.
Exactly. Yeah, a while back, me and Quinn were thinking about
Now we have to
renting
start
it out
over
for
with
fun.
a new mansion. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think you can rent it out for fun, and we just talked about like how cool it'd be to like stay there for a night and be like, bro, the amount of tears. Oh, this is where that one girl like did the really cringe gritty with Zach or whatever. And like all the great memories.
Yeah.
But
memories.
The memories. So, yeah, tragic, but
yeah. So we have a new place. What did you think of? I don't know, I guess Jen's like intro edit she got.
I thought it was nice. It was kind of like what I expected.
It's usually pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. I think like one thing that's interesting was like, is like, for some reason I was under the impression that like her and her parents like didn't have a good relationship at all, because she was like, oh, I didn't know what love was because love wasn't in the house, and then it kind of seems like they've maybe grown as a family and like, but it was like, yeah, I feel like it's interesting. Sometimes like castmate will be like, they'll be like, oh, I had it so tough growing up and my parents are kind of rough, and like when it's their turn to hometown, they're like, yo, what's up, everybody? So it just kind of feels like they're like fishing for sob story stuff, because those one-on-ones, bro, they're like, all right, what's your sob story?
Totally.
So
yeah,
what's your
so
vulnerable? So I feel like sometimes people maybe, because it's the name of the game, bro. You gotta. It's
like, hey,
sob.
vulnerability o'clock.
Vulnerability o'clock. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was funny last season because Zach was like, every single girl had like this extremely vulnerable like story, which is totally fine, people go through stuff, but it was funny just the percentage, like almost every single girl had this like kind of painful tragedy to go through, and by Joey's like 5th or 6th 101, it seemed like he was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
He's like, so proud of you for going through that. Which he handled it really well. But it was like, I could see. It was just,
you could see it.
Some boilerplate conversation.
Zach was like one of the best at, I felt like every time someone was being emotional, he was like so engaged. Yeah, Joey at the end, you could see was kind of checking out.
I forget which one exactly, but yeah.
But anyways,
Back
so
to Jenn.
oh wait, it's great to see that her and her folks are all chill now.
Mm-hmm.
Are all chill now. But yeah,
Was her dad
kinda,
there? Or I don't remember that.
I don't know. I think
Because there's her
definitely the
mom and her
mom.
brother.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I missed that part, and yeah, the dad wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget. I was talking about something else with Zoe at the time.
Mm-hmm. I was
One
actually
thing I
making the
was
cookies
thinking
in the
that's
beginning,
funny
so.
is I was like, this reminds me of going to Dayway's house. Like,
that's funny.
But I did think it was really cool to see, because we haven't really seen a bachelor or bachelorette from like from a non-American culture.
True. Very true.
I really feel like, at least I haven't. Maybe maybe in the past there's been. But anyways, it was cool. Like, her mom had to have subtitles, and
yeah,
you just kind of tell she came from like a whole nother perspective.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool.
Which is why your boy Thomas, or we'll start going to contestants now.
Yep. All right.
Why your boy Thomas, he's going far. Because it's just
he's got
that,
to.
it's just that mutual, especially
Yeah, mutual
when you
background.
when you grow up with like immigrant parents, it's like a very unique experience. And dude, they all just want to cling on to mutual experiences.
Totally. I mean, hey, that's what brings us together. So
yeah.
As humans. So yeah, no, he was, and he seemed like a really down to earth.
Yes.
One of the more I'll call him the winners on the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain that real quick. So, Batch Fan Take explained it so well. He said, there's not. They tell you, oh, you have 25 amazing men here for you. No, you don't. You have like
True.
6. You have like 6.
Very,
tops.
very true.
Most of them are drama causers. And like the producers have specifically cast, they have roles that are not equal. It's like, you are a drama causer. You are, one of the few legit ones. So, yeah. Wait, what was his name? Thomas. Thomas Win. Win.
Thomas Win. Win. Yeah, that was cool.
And yeah, he came up to Jenn for his intro, and he's like, "Let's make this a win-win" or something like that. And he actually sold the pun pretty well. Most of the time,
he did.
I feel like the puns don't land.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into some of those. But he sold it, and I was like, "Let's go, Thomas."
Oh, but I forgot to ask maybe one of the biggest questions.
Okay,
How was it just seeing The Bachelor, a new episode of The Bachelorette again, Quinn?
Right,
after that long drought. What moment did you realize you're like, we're back, baby? We are freaking back.
Yeah.
Mine actually came a little bit later, but
really? Okay. Yeah, I was watching, I think. Yeah, right when Jen and Jesse were just sitting outside, before the guys come and they're just talking about it. It was just reactivating some neurons that hadn't kind of been activated in a while. It took me a second to realize like what was happening and to tune my brain. I'm like, all right, gotta remember all these names.
Yeah, very true.
But it was definitely wild, like, reactivating that part of, I forgot what it was like.
Yeah.
So what was the moment for you? Sounds like you had a highly specific moment.
Yeah, it was a highly specific, I was like, dude, we're freaking back. It was the editors,
so back.
The editors, or the producers just did a perfect edit, and I was like, let's freaking go. It was Sam M. So there's Sam N and Sam M. So Sam M.
Is he Iran or the construction
He's the
guy?
one, construction.
Okay.
He was the guy who... he got the first impression.
He was the first guy out as well.
Actually, it was Marcus. Marcus was the first guy.
Oh, shoot. I have it here. I have them all in order. He's the 5th guy out.
Okay. So, yeah, Sam M. He's only got the first impression rose, and he was, construction guy.
Yeah.
The thing that was so funny about him to me is he did the shot o'clock thing, which,
yeah.
Jen. And anyway, so he's like, yeah, people are going out to try to be unique and stuff. He's like, but man, I did shot o'clock. She's gonna remember that. And then they edited all these people doing the shot o'clock thing, and I was like, let's go, we are back, baby. So it was just one of those perfect
yeah.
edits.
When the producers are on our side,
Yeah.
and they do the contestants
Yes,
dirty.
exactly.
Oh yeah, gotta love it.
They're like, oh, I think I'll be all right. Like I'm unique. Shot o'clock. Like that was smart. Shot o'clock. That was so genius. And then like everyone else starts whipping out shot o'clock. So it was so funny.
Good
that was
edit.
the moment, yeah, where I was like, oh, we're back.
Good job,
baby.
Producers. One in the win column for the producers.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, let's get, while we're on intros, let's get into some more intros. So what to you was the most, I guess, just cringe intro or made you go like, what is this bro doing?
On the intro side?
Yeah, were there any that struck you like, oh man, this guy needs help?
Honestly, the car guy,
Jeremy.
I'm blanking.
He
on
was
his
rich
name.
and came up in his Lambo.
Yes.
So this guy Jeremy, he rolls up in like a Lambo. Turns out it's his own Lambo, or it might have been a Ferrari. I forget.
Yeah.
And as he rolls up in his own car, and then he walks out, and the guys are of course watching him from afar, as always.
Oh, okay.
They're
I
like,
forgot my real bad one, actually.
They're like, is he overcompensating? And then he actually uses that as his intro with Jenn. He's like, don't worry, I'm not overcompensating. I have a really big, beep, and then they bleep him out, and I guess he said penis.
It's just like, what?
And I'm like, dude, you were like, I thought he was setting up a joke for like, I mean, that's like a classic joke format, and he just screwed it up and said what everyone was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. So
that was a cringe.
I was like, all right. Yeah, that was my most pretty cringe. Bad.
But I totally forgot. The funniest bad one to me was the habanero one.
Oh, that was pretty.
That was like,
I
was like, what is bro? When you said the phrase that triggered that, is like, what is bro doing over there? Yeah, he like this guy. I forget his name. I think I did write it down actually.
Oh, I have it. What level of notes do you take?
Honestly, not that big.
Where's the? Oh, Brendan Peppers. That's all I have.
Yeah.
for him.
Okay.
Brendan Peppers.
Yeah, like
so he walks out of the limo,
out,
bites a habanero, I think.
Yeah.
And
he just starts sweating, and I like, oh, this is what I wrote down. I was like, Brendan, pepper guy, did not rehearse. I am confident he never had a habanero pepper in his life. He was like, oh damn, these things are really spicy. Because I feel like it was getting out of hand. Like it was kind of slipping away from him. He was like definitely like, he said the line. He's like, oh, this is like, I don't know what's so hot about this. Like it's a different kind of pepper. It's just you or something. Kind of cringe, kind of whatever. But yeah, homies did not seem to be like handling it well. So I thought for sure he did not rehearse. He did not practice eating a habanero pepper. Yeah. And he's like, dude, that'd be sick. And then realized it was way hotter than he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it looked like when he was talking to Jenn finally. Also, got to mention the other awkward thing about that. He comes up to Jenn and pulls out a second pepper. He's like, hold on. This is still before he said anything legit, I think. He's like, hold on. Pulls out another pepper. And then he just eats it like right in front of her face, which is just kind of weird. Mm-hmm. And then it looked like he just didn't know what to say. Like the heat was blocking the words. Mm-hmm. And then they had some exchange, and then he just like walked up the stairs and was dying there.
Yeah.
And then Jenn actually said, she's like, hey, I kind of wanted a pepper. I thought he was going to give it to her, the second one. But anyways.
Wow.
Okay,
wow.
I gotta tell you my most cringe one. I'm like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? So, our boy Ricky, calling him Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Oh, yeah.
He comes up and this was one of the quicker edits. But anyways, he's kind of like a little timid. Maybe he's like holding her hands. But he's like, I wrote you something.
Oh, yes. That was so cringe.
And then he just says this little poem. And it's like, is she thankful? Is she grand? Is she naked under the scrubs? Because Jen's a nurse.
Yeah.
No, PA. She's a PA.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, like first impression. Is she grand? This
Oh
dude.
man. Yeah. I feel like some of that stuff. Oh man, I miss the show. The cringe moments are
I
the funniest. But yeah, the Brennan
yeah.
Carr cringe is like the you wish you never saw it cringe. The Pepper and this
Mm-hmm.
guy cringe is definitely like this is the best cringe ever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Okay, wait. So who are you most first impressed by?
Most first
Like, who do you think had
impressed.
the best?
Well, I'll take that. That's a great question. I'll
Hmm.
take it, and I guess I got my list here. Um, so Marcus, the very first guy, military Marcus,
Hmm. Mm.
and he wants to be an astronaut. He seems
I thought
like
of you.
he seems like a really cool dude. Definitely super genuine, and I thought I was getting a hint of our classic. All right, Jen, don't screw this up.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't know. We have to wait and see. Um, see what he's got, what else he's got to bring to the table. You
Hmm.
know, if they have like chemistry or whatever. But he definitely seemed like a really nice, honest guy.
Hmm.
So that was cool. Then, yeah, I'll just run through my top list. Then
Yeah, let me pull up.
Sam, actually, I'll save him for last. Hold up. Um, yeah, Thomas Win-Win,
Hmm.
swimmer from Vietnam, of course.
Yes,
They got some common
they got
background,
that.
and he's super nice, so he's going. I'll put him in the top four. Dylan, med student. I have a star by him, so he just seems super nice guy, but he might get sent home. He might have already been sent home, actually. I don't
Yeah.
know. Um. Oh, and then this, of course, I think he's going far, and we saw it in the preview. Devin,
Devin, yeah.
aka Skeet.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
I literally was
dude.
like, that dude looks just like Pete
Yes,
Davidson.
I was thinking it
And then
before Jen
exactly.
said it.
And then
yeah.
Jen said it, and I was like, "Oh, let's go!" I just
Yeah. I'm like,
Everyone in the
damn, this guy
planet is
reminds me
like,
of Pete Davidson. And then
Yes.
Jen says it as he's walking away.
yes,
He's got a Pete Davidson
yes,
vibe going on.
yes. Oh, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, and then I did want to mention Sam, contractor.
uh-huh.
Like, well, Sam. I'll call him Sam the Builder. All right. So I like to come up with nicknames for all these people.
Nice, yeah.
So Sam the Builder, he is an odd guy, and very odd guy, because on one hand he's been in this relationship since middle school that ended
Oh,
like
yes.
a year ago.
Yes.
So he's really good at being in relationships, and he was just destroying the one-on-one time with her.
True, yes.
So much so that he got the
Mhm.
first impression rose.
Mhm.
Skipping ahead. But on the other end, he's also kind of a drama queen, and I think he's gonna be a guy who stirs up some drama in the house,
I think so too.
because he seems like he's one of those guys that's gonna. I mark my words. These words will come out of his mouth like, "I'm not here to make friends." He's gonna be that guy, like all the way.
Absolutely.
And that never bodes well for people, you know. That just means drama, and like we always say, it's like the cardinal sin in Bachelor is being a tattletale or making drama.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
just shooting yourself in the foot, you know. You're just
Yeah.
body tackling someone else, but you're also going off the cliff
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah, I feel like
So, anyways,
yeah, he's definitely gonna be his own downfall. I don't think he
oh yeah,
wins.
Mm-mm.
He might be kind of like
He definitely goes far though.
a Brendan kind of thing of Charity, where like
Interesting.
everyone
Oh,
doesn't really
Brendan.
like him, and but she really likes him, so she kind of keeps him around. You know what I'm saying? Because she said
Mhm.
like multiple times, she's like, "Man, I just couldn't stop thinking about you." I was like, "Oh, dude, Jen's kind of hooked on this guy right now."
Mhm.
Hopefully she doesn't get too
Yeah,
hooked.
for real. Yeah.
Oh, but there was this one moment, dude, where I was like, "All right, we're getting a view right now at what Jen is gonna be like as a Bachelorette,"
Oh.
and it was the car moment. between Jeremy and Brian. Not Brian. Jeremy and
yeah. Oh yeah. This moment
Brian.
definitely.
Yeah.
This moment needs a whole segment, honestly.
Yeah. Dude.
Also, Brian. Yeah. Anyways, go on.
Dude, such a weird. Brian, bro.
Brian, tell me you're thinking the same thing as me.
That's just.
What are you thinking about Brian?
Bro. Because his intro is pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
He just did like a scream. He's like, yeah! And then it was just like, what the heck? And then Brian was like, it just blew my mind that he took the dude's keys.
Yeah.
And was like, oh no, my car now, bud. Or you have the like, what are you? In what planet do you do that? I was just
Dude.
like, what? This is not attractive at all. Like,
totally not.
So
yeah. It's insane. So just I want to give the backstory because this moment for me is like one of the main events in the episode.
oh,
honestly.
absolutely.
So like Brian, you got Jeremy, who we already talked about, who showed up in the Ferrari, said he has a giant wiener, and we're like, okay, this guy's can't
kind of
really
weird.
make a joke. Yeah, maybe probably a douchebag. And then you got Brian over here, dude. Here's what I'm thinking. He is sniffing crack between every scene. Like every side interview, he's like, "Yeah, bro, yeah." Like this guy is crazy. Like everything he says is just like his energy is at 11. I mean, it's insane. And then when he goes and so Jeremy takes Jenn out to go chill in his like Ferrari, and that's their one-on-one time. Solid. And he's explaining to her that he had to like ship the car here, whatever. And then Brian somehow stole the keys. Production probably gave him the keys.
Oh my god, I need to get back on my production mind.
I know, yeah. So, and the production's like, all right, Brian, let's go do this. So, anyways, or they just left the keys out, for some idiot to find. So as the Brian comes up and he's like, hey man, you don't have enough horsepower for her, and like taps him on the chest. The most triggering thing imaginable. No one likes to be tapped on the chest.
Yeah, true.
And he's like, hey man, you don't have enough horsepower for her. And he like asks him to get out of his own car. And he like has Jeremy's keys. So, yeah, I've never seen maybe a worse, like, can I steal her?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty insane.
Yeah.
But at
It's
that
his own
moment,
car.
I was like, oh, he's not a crackhead. He's a meth head. This guy's insane.
True.
This guy's insane.
He's not a sensei?
He's not a sensei.
He's a psycho.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, basically. He's not. Because I thought at first when he's screaming, was he the guy? Who was the guy that's like, oh, I'm like a big personality and I'm just hoping to bring that? And Jenn says she likes that too.
Was that
Grant?
Was that Skeet?
Was that Skeet?
Devin?
It might have been Skeet. Okay.
He said, I'm a big talker.
Okay, yeah. They
I don't
kind
know.
of look similar.
Could have been someone else.
Yeah, Brian, though, bro, what in God's name are you thinking, bro?
Yeah. And then here's the saddest part, though, and why, for me, this is half the reason why that's one of the craziest interactions. So that half of it's the Brian angle. Like, this guy's just, dude, this guy's seriously getting his crack shipped in. Like, but the other side is how Jeremy reacted. So, before this, I'm thinking, okay, Jeremy, rich, douchebag kind of personality. Dude, and he said, oh, I'm not overcompensating. Dude, poor guy's overcompensating because he has zero conversation skills. Like, with his conversation with Jenn, he can't really... Jenn made some really good joke in the car together. And, she was talking about go-karts. And then comparing it to his car. And anyways, he, like, all he could do was muster this awkward laugh. I was like, damn, bro. Couldn't it, like, ping-pong off that? And then, the worst part is he's got no backbone. Bro's got no backbone. When Brian comes up and asks him to leave, he just says, he's like, well, at least give me my keys. And then Brian's like, nah, man. Nah, bro.
Well, all right, so
and
what
then
would
he
you
just
do? I'm curious.
I would have at least. I mean, you're literally in the seat. Like he cannot force you out with.
True.
You literally have to get in a fight to force you out. And they're your keys. You have a right to them. I would at least demand the keys, Like,
Yeah.
dude, give me my keys.
I was like, this is so weird
yeah, what
right
would
now.
you do?
Dude, I don't even know. I was just like, Brian put him like in an almost unwinnable point because like it's in front of Jenn, so you don't want to like be like a baby. Yeah, you don't want to be like a child and like fight over it because it doesn't matter. But at the same time, yeah, you gotta like, it's like, dude, this dude's kicking me out of my own car.
Yeah.
No way. So I don't know. There's a point in me where it's like, the toxic masculinity part of me would like take the keys. Oh, the part that I was crazy about, this is like I would leave. The toxic masculinity part of me would like, when they were like revving the engine or something. Remember, because later they like turned the car on and they were like revving the engine.
Yeah.
After Jeremy got out.
He's like, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, get it.
I was like,
oh gosh.
Dude, then you go back to your car and then you're like, bro, I don't care, Jenn. Hey, you seem nice. That's weird. I'm out of here, bro. Because like, also I felt like Jenn could have said something, and maybe this is like she just didn't want to get in. But this is what I was kind of going back to, is like, this is going to tell a lot about what kind of bachelorette she's going to be. As this moment is like, and yeah, she continued to then have like a nice conversation with Brian, which is like, and gave him a rose, which I'll go and give her the benefit of the doubt and say it was a production rose,
I believe so. Because she was really turned off by that whole
So
crackhead
I was like,
attitude.
if she shuts this down, we'll have like a Michelle Bachelorette that takes no trash and kicks it out right away. Or if he like really likes her, we're gonna have some good old Rachel Bachelorette baby. So I don't know. We'll see. And but like that's what it was. That's what I was saying to myself when it was going on. I was like, oh, we're gonna tell a lot about what kind of Bachelorette Jenn's gonna be.
Yeah.
And then I learned nothing. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't learn anything there. But
to add on to that though, I also think a scenario like that's so prime for like recurring drama down the road. I don't know if Jenn's even allowed to intervene there, because I'm like 90% sure there's a rule like in the contract that says if someone asks to steal you, you have to go. Like if you're the bachelor and you're having a nice one-on-one conversation and then another contestant says, hey, can I steal her? You have to go. You can't say no. You have to let them fight it out.
That's true. They always go.
There's no way that I've never seen a bachelor or bachelorette stand up for the person they're talking with. And there's no way that there's not one decent person in this whole,
Yeah, that's true.
Seasons and seasons. So I'm pretty sure it's a rule you're not allowed to
that makes
interrupt
sense.
those like little
Because it does stir drama,
competitions.
Man. It does stir drama like nothing else.
Yeah, and so if they let the Bachelor like prevent that, then they'd be lost. Because if you think back on seasons where the Bachelor or Bachelorette has been very like no nonsense, like Zach or Michelle, it was never in those moments. It was always in like moments that are outside of production's control. If that makes sense, like where they're investigating some drama and hearing both sides of the story or something. But yeah, anyways, that's just a theory to give Ben a little, or to give Jenn a little benefit. She could still lay down the law a little bit. Maybe she wasn't allowed to in that moment.
And I guess it's like night one, everyone's trying to get time, and also maybe honestly. She's like, man, this conversation with Jeremy is so freaking dry, bro. Get him out of here.
You never know. Could be.
But yeah, Jeremy just, man. I was like, when he brings up the car, and he says what everybody's thinking, and it's like their one-on-one time is in the car, and they're talking about cars. It's kind of like, dang, bro, you got anything else? But
yeah, exactly.
He's definitely gonna be like I feel like he might be a guy who kind of sticks around like a couple weeks and just like he might turn into the why am I here kind of guy, which I hope that'd be awesome.
But, he does seem like he has that kind of energy. Like he's just not. Yeah, he's not that. He doesn't have that great a chemistry with her, but he's not like I actually don't think he's a douchebag after like everything that went down.
Yeah, very true.
If anything, I think he's just like, I mean, he is rich and nothing wrong with that. But he also just doesn't have a backbone, and I don't know. I don't see him like as a douchebag. I think he just didn't know what else to say. Poor guy, and he's like, I have a really big poor guy. That's all he knew what to say.
Because the only way you know his penis is like, someone said, I think maybe it was Jen's like, did you just say the P word?
Yeah.
And for one, I've never heard someone since elementary school someone say penis as the P word.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was funny.
Oh,
I was trying to get hot in there.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just get it with a wave.
Yeah, no, it's coming on.
Dang.
I have to turn the AC off in the studio so that it doesn't get in the mic.
Dang.
Ooh. But we got this. So,
Oh, one other person I wanted to talk to about, but go ahead.
I had another topic to ask you about. So,
Hit me.
was there any production shenanigans you thought you picked up on?
Damn. Like, them telling a contestant to do or say something?
Just anything.
Dang. The edit thing that I talked about earlier. But man, maybe I was pretty unaware. I forgot about the third character in the room.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. Anyway, finish what you're saying there.
None's coming to mind, but oh, I don't know the whole deal with the guy like wrapping his face. I don't know if maybe that was production, but yeah. Anyways, keep going. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. Okay, so one shenanigan I thought I noticed was a little strange. So, we, for the audience, you probably noticed we're talking pretty highly about Thomas. Thomas win-win.
Oh, okay.
But then Thomas, there seemingly was something he did that was a little strange. So when one of the guys, I forget his name, but one of the other guys having a conversation with Jenn, Thomas already had his conversation like long ago in the episode. Thomas comes in and is like, hey, could I steal her for a second? I was like, Thomas, I didn't think you were the type. Right?
Oh,
that was my first thought.
Two?
Huh?
To try to steal away twice?
Yeah, to like steal her away for a second conversation. Like, someone always does that every season. And it always, every time without fail, stirs up drama. Like, dude, some of us haven't even got time with her, and you're stealing her away,
Yeah.
So I've never not seen that bring up drama, Yeah. So anyways, I was like, that just struck me as weird. And then it hit me, maybe they're reordering the conversations. Where like he stole, because I think it is valid to steal someone. If the other guy's been talking forever, it is valid to steal him if it's your first conversation.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that was his first conversation, and they showed him stealing her after they actually showed his conversation with her. It's very weird.
Oh, so
weird shenanigans.
He stole her to do the conversation, and then they filmed the conversation, and then they showed him stealing her later?
Yeah, to make you think that he stole her for a second time.
Interesting. True,
because most conversations... Yeah, I was like, dang, that's such a negative, right?
That's a Sam type for sure. Sam M, the double steal.
Which one is that? Sam the Builder?
Yeah, Sam the Builder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel like he's kind of like got that cocky, like
he could, yeah.
Southern charm.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't you say he's like, I'm not here to make friends, like that?
Yeah, mark my words. He will say that at some point.
It's usually that guy is the one who's like, bro, I'm not here to make friends. I'll steal her as many times as I want.
Yeah, totally.
Or the classic, bro, you're just jealous of our connection. That's another banger.
Okay. So I wanted to quickly revisit I know we talked about it for a long time at this point, but the car stealing scene.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded it for us.
Oh
We could watch it on the pod.
God, let's go.
Okay, these are very not the highest quality recordings, but you'll get the point.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right. Let me know if you can hear this.
I hope I can. Damn, I cannot.
No volume?
Yeah, we got to figure out how I can learn.
Ah.
I need to learn how to listen to the stream.
Let me see if I can. Well, actually, let's just play it and let's play it and narrate it.
Yes.
All right. So we got Jeremy here talking about how he shipped his car in from New York, and then what's his name? Crackhead?
Brian.
He's like, "Hey, bro, you don't have enough horsepower for her."
What a line! How long have you been sitting on that line?
That actually is quite a good line. If you're gonna do this, you might as well do it in style.
And then he's just
go ahead.
Yeah, he's all like, "Okay, that's fine, but like, give me the keys back." He's like, "No, it's my car now," or something. And then he opens up the door for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy's just like, "This is kind of weird." He's being a child.
And this is where my view on Jeremy went 180, and I went to feeling bad for him when he caves.
Yeah,
he just puts his hands up, and he's like, "You know what? Fine." And I was like, "Ah, man, like,
dang.
At least get the keys, you know?
At least get the keys. It's your... Yeah, Brian,
what
a crackhead. There it is. There it is.
Just puts the hands up. Anyways.
But yeah, it's hard.
You know, hey.
It's hard, though.
It is hard in those situations.
Yeah, because you don't want to be as like...
You're under so much pressure, and also, you don't want to be, like, a fighter in front of Jenn, but you also, like you said, you don't want to be a weenie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, that was that.
And then they go back and they rev the car and stuff. And then, it's just a whole hoobala.
Okay, let me play this other moment while we're at it. Oh, I wish we had sound, dude. This would be...
Yeah, dang, it'd be sweet if there was sound.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try cranking the volume.
Hey, if you play it through your speakers and not... Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I'll try that
myself.
Because that's what I wanted. So I want to be the first one to express myself and open that door. I feel like me and Jenn are really get along. You would too?
I would like to, yes.
Did you hear that?
Oh man.
Oh man, that was one of my favorite lines of the whole episode. Like the first guy takes her.
Mm-hmm.
Sam the Builder takes her.
Yeah.
Just in the background. Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, it was classic. Oh, and there's Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Yeah,
my boy.
Classic.
Is she ground? So yeah.
Oh, the one.
Oh,
I forget. Do you remember what Grant's intro was?
Who was Grant again?
Grant is the guy who was talking right before that. When he's like, "Oh, I like think Jenn's cool." Here's what I wrote for him. He must have. I'm blanking, but my notes on Grant. I said Grant. I put dash. I put yikes.
Grant dash yikes.
I might be wrong, but is he the one that sang? I think he's the one that like sang a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
And the thing about singing is you have to be like the best singer in the world to just sing a cappella and it sounds cool. If you're just like, and it wasn't bad, but every time I feel like people singing like with no music or stuff, it's just kind of like, it's always just a yikes for me. And then also in his intro, he was in a Ferrari or something too.
He was.
And
he's a day trader.
I said, he rented that car. Because it was just like in the two shots right there, and then I was like, there's no way he rented that car for the thing. He does not own that car.
Yeah.
And well, you want to try turn on the AC? It might not be that bad. I can see you sweating through the camera.
Dude, yeah. I'll see what that does.
Honestly, it's not too bad.
All right. Audience, you're going to have to deal with this.
Yeah, I have to deal with it.
Little AC. Whew, so, yeah, what else? Keep it under
Oh, another thing too. So there's Sam the Builder, and then
other Sam.
another Sam.
Love Virgin Sam.
Love Virgin Sam. This guy, for the life of me. So I watched this episode 24 hours ago or something. The past 24 hours, I've been scouring the internet because I know for a fact he's in a Cut or Jubilee video that I've seen.
What?
And I know, because also I did find he is a clip in a different Jubilee video, but I know for a fact he's in this one where it's like him and two other guys, and they're trying to assign something. So it's like these three guys assign jobs or something. And it's like something where it's these three white guys, or maybe it's like something maybe with women, where it's like, oh, these three three guys try to assign.
Yeah. Classic Jubilee.
Just classic Jubilee stuff.
Like rank yourselves.
Yeah, and I remember he
Fight
was
amongst yourselves.
He was super cringe, and I need to find the video. And I've been scouring the internet. I texted Nestor. I was like, Nestor, because he's a big Jubilee watcher too. I was like, Nestor.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain me and him watched this video together even. Because I don't watch him alone. I always watched him with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, dude, we got to find. I know for a fact this guy is out there in Jubilee. But he is in a little bit of Jubilee. But yeah, this other one I need to find. So that was my thing on him. And yeah, so.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that next week.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've been hitting it hard, and I just can't find him.
Yeah.
I've spent hours looking through every
going through Jubilee videos. I bet is a grind.
It is a grind. There's so many.
They pump those things out like butter.
And yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, that's that. That's that. This about Sam N.
Okay.
He's by far the one who's lived rent-free in my mind the most, because I was trying to figure out where this bro came from.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I don't know how
he was a funny guy too.
I don't know how far he'll go.
Yeah, he'll go all right, like maybe top 8.
Yeah, true.
De-sweat my ears. Oh man. So speaking of next week, week-to-week promises,
yes.
Josiah, I think you got a story for us.
Oh, yes. Well, fans, all right, I guess we'll go ahead and give it to you. Episode 2. So how did I meet Jordan Rogers and JoJo Fletcher? Basically, I was on vacation me and Maddie went to Puerto Rico. And for any of you deep Bachelor fans, deep BachLore fans, know that Jordan and JoJo have a house in Puerto Rico, and they post about fixing it up all the time. Anyways.
They have a show, right? Like a fixer-upper show?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Right? I think they do. Anyways, you keep telling the story. So they're fixer-uppers.
They're fixer-uppers, and they're
not themselves.
They got a lot of work to do.
They got a lot of work to do.
But anyways, yeah. So they go to Puerto Rico often, and yes, we had a flight from Puerto Rico to Dallas, and once again, to the big Bachelor fans know that they live in Dallas. So anyways, we're in the Puerto Rican airport. And I'm walking through, just been there a week, a nice, awesome week-long vacation. And I'm walking by, and yeah, these two people are just on their phones, and I do the double check, and I was like, oh my God. And we sit down like a couple seats away, like probably 10 seats away. And I kept looking at them from the profile, and I was like, bro, that has to be them. That has to be them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and say something.
Kind of looks like them.
I was like, kind of looks like them. I was like, I'm going to go say something. I have to. And Maddie's like, no, it's probably not them. Because at the time, I didn't even know that they had a house in Puerto Rico and that they lived in Dallas or whatever.
Okay.
So I was just like,
more ballsy.
these random people at the airport. And so I was like, but like, Jordan gave like a half look this way. And I was, hey, dude, you know me. I've seen Aaron Rodgers, bro. I was like, that boy is Aaron Rodgers' brother, bro.
He's got some Rodgers DNA.
JoJo, the reason why I was like hesitant about going up is because JoJo did not look at all how I remembered her. I was like, damn, I don't know if that's her, but that looks just like him. Anyways, so I was like, you know what? Muster up the courage. I go over there, and I'm like, excuse me? And then they both just like snap look. And then like I saw their faces, and that's when I was like, I like stopped for a second. I was like, oh my God, it's you guys, isn't it?
Nice.
And they were like, oh yeah. And I was like, wow, just want to say big fan. And I went over to Maddie, and Maddie like waves or whatever. And we're just
nice.
like, yeah, big fan, watch the show. And then
But did you mention big fan of the Packers?
No. Yeah, because remember that was like one of the things they talked about on like one of their one-on-ones, that like Aaron and the brother don't really talk anymore.
Oh.
And there was like this other extra bit of drama where it was like there was a fire. So they're from Chico, California. And yeah, like a couple years ago they had like this big Redding fire, and it was kind of going through Chico. And Aaron Rodgers was like, oh, I'm going to donate $1 million or match whatever, something like that. And then Jordan Rodgers commented like, hey, this is great, but, you should really, before doing this money and doing all this publicity stuff, you really should have checked on your mom to see if she was okay. It was like, Durr! So basically, like,
Jeez.
Aaron didn't text his parents. Like, he really is in, like, zero contact with them. Even when they're, like, in fire territory, he doesn't even message him or whatever. So I made sure not to. I really badly, because this is when Aaron Rodgers just got traded to the Jets, and it was, like, training camp and all that stuff. I wanted so badly to be like, so how's Aaron like in New York? But I decided against it. Because I want to be cool,
Yeah.
But as far as what we talked about, honestly, JoJo was like so smart. I felt like she'd done this a million times. Dude, she kept asking me questions and kept like the pressure on her, or pressure on me to like keep talking and stuff. Which for one is like, it's nice. That's like one of the nice things, one of the best things conversationally you can do and most considerate is like people like talking about themselves. So to all those people out there going on dates, hey, ask the person you're going to date with a bunch of questions about themselves. It'll go well.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so for one, it was a fun conversation that way. But anyways, I got hung up on parrots because there's this one Puerto Rican parrot.
Parrots.
There's this one parrot.
I don't know if I knew this
specifically to
part.
Puerto Rico.
Got hung up on parrots.
Exactly.
With
and
JoJo Fletcher.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like an endangered
That's
species.
Awesome, though. That's awesome.
And so the whole time we were just talking about parrots. I was
That's
just like,
awesome.
I was looking for him. Oh, there's a have you guys seen him? We were looking for him the whole time. So that's all. Oh, it was wild and kind of funny.
Dude, that's so great because you're not having like the basic like Bachelorette conversation. Just that they probably had that a million times, but they've never talked about parrots.
Talking about parrots.
That's awesome.
Because at first, like, because I wanted to ask, because I'm kind of someone who also wants to like ask questions about them, but I felt like it was almost a point where she didn't want to tell a stranger. Fair enough. About like what she's doing there or anything like that. So yeah, she's definitely asking me. But then we were talking a bunch about the parrots. So the first I talked to him for probably like 10 minutes. The first minute, she was just asking like, "Oh, who are you with?" And I was like, "Oh, girlfriend." And then, "How long are you here for?" And then she's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" And then parrots. And then the rest of the 9 minutes were just talking about parrots. And so yeah. But yeah, then I left. I was like, all right, big fans, and loved your guys' episode this season. Because at that time, Charity was the Bachelorette, and they had just done like the Barbie thing. Remember, they were there for the Barbie episode very briefly.
Oh yeah, Ken.
Yeah, exactly, the Kens. So
yeah,
that is how I met them. They were sick. They were sweet. They were cool.
Oh shoot!
And we talked
about
parrots.
What was his name? What was Ken's name?
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at him right now. I can picture
he's in paradise.
Butt-chin, right?
Butt-chin. He got absolutely shredded by that one girl.
The
said
butt-chin.
He's like,
your
I'm
prefrontal
mature.
cortex.
I'm mature for my age.
Yeah.
Oh, did your mom tell you that?
Dude, yes.
Crazy savage.
Sean.
Good.
Yeah,
pull.
I was like, I started typing in Bachelor in Paradise season, and then I did SE, and I was like, it's Sean. So
that's all you needed.
That's all I needed. But yes.
What? Dang, that is a cool. I didn't know you talked about parrots.
Oh yeah, we talk about the parrots
So
like the
funny.
whole time, and like yeah, I thought it was cool. And then I go over to Maddie and I was like, oh, I did it, and she's like, you guys just talk about parrots the whole time. And so yeah, it was kind of funny. Oh, and then hilariously enough, they like went to the bathroom or something, and it's like this
You
old.
followed them?
Yes.
Just peeking under the stall. Hey there.
Hey
Big
there.
fans.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Anyways, so they go to the bathroom, and these two older guys are like, where are they from?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's just this like reality TV show called The Bachelor we watch. And they're like, oh, that's why I haven't heard of them. So it was funny.
Hey, don't let them get to you.
Don't let them get to you.
Those old
anyways.
guys are missing out.
But yeah, very, very sweet. JoJo was very sweet.
Nice.
But yeah.
Dang, well, that is. Now you know.
I forgot
Now
also one
the
thing
audience
very
knows.
quick. Is that you might be saying I'm lying because I did not get a picture with him. And that was one of the things I said right away. Is I was like, oh my gosh, it's you guys. And I just said, oh, like, I don't want a picture or anything. Like, I just wanted to say hi because I'm a fan or whatever. And dude, it was like their guard went down too. Because I felt like at first they're like, oh, this person wants a picture. But like, when I said like, oh, I don't want a picture, I just wanted to say hi. They're like, oh, hey, like, we appreciate that. And I was like,
yeah, that is
so
cool.
like, after you do that, they're way more chill to like talk to and stuff. So if you ever get a moment to meet with a celebrity, maybe you ask for the picture after, right? I don't know, or something.
Yeah, that's.
Or you just don't get the picture. I'm the kind of person where like I don't need a picture.
Or you just wear
forever.
your secret hidden camera.
True. Dude, I should have just recorded it. No, I'm just kidding. Recorded like the audio.
Like,
dude,
hey guys, I'm a vlogger.
Oh, I don't want to picture anything. I just want to say hi.
Hey guys, say hi to my doties.
Yeah. The four
Say
quads.
hi to the batch. Wait,
lore
what are
quads.
they?
Lore
Say
quads.
hi to the lore quads.
So.
Wow.
Anyways, that's the story. Yeah.
I know you guys have been chomping at the bit since last week to hear that story.
Yeah. Hear it.
All over social media, they've been talking.
They've been buzzing.
What could it be?
I could finally calm the buzz.
Finally calm the buzz.
But yeah.
So, yeah, well, is there anything else? Should we keep it under an hour?
Yeah, we'll keep it under an hour.
We're at 57 minutes. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Or should we try and get to 2 hours?
Hey, don't tempt me, bro. I'll
could
call
be
your bluff.
done.
We can keep going. I
It's
can talk
physically
about
possible.
hunting for Sam N forever, bro.
Hunting for Sam, man.
I need to.
And I could talk about walking in the lemon lot and just, it felt like Jubilee was on 24/7 sometimes.
True. But you didn't recognize him, so it was not a video you saw as well.
Well, I won't say he wasn't familiar in some like deep part of my brain, but I could be making it up.
Sam N, if you're watching, just tell me what you believe.
Hey, I got it. We'll ask the fans.
True, fans.
We have a whole fan base.
We have a whole network of fans.
If anyone can identify this man, you can be a guest host.
Oh,
on the next episode.
Spicy, absolutely.
So, fight amongst yourselves. Just message us at loreofbatch@gmail.com. If you find him, send us the link.
Send it.
We'll get it in like 5 minutes at this point.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
All right. Well,
that was an episode.
That was an
episode
episode
2. We're 1/3 of the way to the, when most people quit.
True.
When the average people quit. So 1/3 of the way.
1/3.
Let's go.
1/3. I'm excited though.
All right.
Oh, did you watch the preview?
Me too.
Very quick. Did you watch the preview?
Yes.
Thoughts. Preview.
Some people don't like to watch it for spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
I've just fully given in at this point. I just watch them. Yeah, it definitely looks like gonna be some drama.
Gonna be some good drama.
Even the guys who I have like as the the winners, the top sixers. Like, dude, even they had some scenes of them blowing up, like Sam the Builder, Thomas Win-Win, all had moments of like.
And then
because Jenn said something to to Sam the Builder. She said, like, "Oh, he's like, I love you," and she's like, "Why?" I was like, damn!
Yeah, that was crazy.
That is baller. Because
I don't know if they struck it together. She's like, "You don't even know me." I was like, "Bro, let's go!"
Nah,
finally, like a dose of actual reality in reality TV, bro.
For real. Because normally they all get caught up in the whole, brainwashing that the production does. Like, they're all, you need all these men here for you. They all love you. Anyways, but like that brought Jenn, like, her, I guess her odds of maybe ending up with someone.
Yes, way up.
Or at least, I think her, what do you call it? Her batch senses.
Yes.
Her batchy sense.
Yes.
Went like way up in my book. Cause like I've never heard anyone even remotely ask that question.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, what do you like about me?
It
exactly?
was like a grocery store Joe moment where he's like, "Don't come, it's a trap."
yeah.
It was like, wow, we're getting a dose into the real world here.
A dose of reality in reality TV.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So.
What did you think of? Okay, yeah. What was your take on this sort of tease, the big tease for the end?
Oh, in the beginning.
For one, how did you interpret it? And for two, what do you think about it? I guess.
Dang. I guess they've been doing this recently, right? Where they like do the ending in the very beginning.
They tease the entire ending. They did it for Joey.
Hey, at least I think it's probably vanilla. I guess I wasn't reading too much into it because they did the same thing for Joey. Maybe there's some like last minute drama with the person number 2. Like maybe she figures out some trash and she's like, "I'm gonna stop you right there, and I'm not even gonna let you propose to me," because that's what she says. Like, "I'm not gonna let you propose to me," or like, something like that. And she did seem like a little bit more. I don't know if anger is the right word. I guess maybe like hints of more like, not sadness. That's the word. More of like aggressive kind of. These are the extreme, but just toned down anger, toned down aggression. It didn't seem like a sad like. Crying like, "Oh, hey, I'm not gonna let you." It was like, "No, you're not gonna propose."
She was
to me.
laying down the law.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not proposing to me.
So yeah, maybe something happens, like at the end, some crazy something happens. Some dude messes up, goofs it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
We will see.
I do think she will get proposed to though. So, also when they showed that, yeah, because they could do that with like Clayton season, right? Because Clayton never even got that far.
Yeah.
So at least we'll have.
Everyone walked out.
We'll probably have a proposal, which is kind of cool.
Okay. Well, I guess the way I interpreted it as they wanted you to think that she rejects them all.
Oh.
That's like the shallow interpretation that they want us to think.
Okay.
Just like with Joey, they wanted you to believe that everybody left him.
Yeah,
and they're like, "This has never happened before," and it showed him like walking away all sad.
Yeah.
And it's like, give me a break. That's not happening. And sure enough, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
okay,
at
I
least
see what you're saying, yeah.
What happened was really cool. But anyways, with Jenn, I think they shallowly want you to believe that she rejects them all. But I'm like, come on, that's not happening.
There's no way.
Like we know that's not happening. You know that's not happening, producers. Yeah. Like, but I'll play your game.
Yeah, I guess I saw right through the game. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I got, you were like not even considering that as an option. Which I agree with you 100%, but I think that's the shallow edit they want to give.
Yeah, that's definitely what they were supposed to take it as, yeah.
But we will see.
All right.
I always try to say this is the craziest ending ever.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, anyways, with that,
all right,
that has been episode 2.
Lore Quads.
Thank you, Lore Quads, for tuning in once again. If you've made it to the end, hit that like button.
We appreciate
Smash it, in fact. And what else? Subscribe.
It's shot o'clock,
All right.
baby.
It's shot o'clock.
All right.
Adios.